Hey everybody, welcome to the X Tribe Leadership Webcast for March 8th, 2016. Hope you guys are doing amazing. I got to tell you, looking on my back office, we're having another amazing week, which we do just week after week. Hey everybody, welcome to the X Tribe Leadership Let me turn down my, I had the other one open. We don't need to hear that guy twice. Once is enough. Anyway, great week. Really, every week is pretty much a record week, and I want to congratulate Jaime Loquier, who went platinum, which is such a huge rank, such a huge advancement. And two more reminders. Remember, when you enroll new people, it's really important you get them to X Tribe Online and have them join the email update list, because we're getting like 15% of the signups, so we don't have a way to let people know about team events and webcasts and other information. And then just want to remind you about some upcoming events. Next week, on Wednesday, I will be in Cali, Colombia. In Thursday, I will be in Bogota, Colombia. On Saturday, I will be in Costa Rica with Eric Gamio, Luca Meloni will be there, Alvaro will be there, Jairo Bernal. It's kind of a Latin American launch for pre-launch stuff for El Salvador and just a whole bunch of other stuff. So that's Saturday, Costa Rica. And the same day, our first ever New York area metro pre-launch event. Anna David Feinstein, hosted by Kat and Ross Decker. That's on the site. It's Saturday the 19th, 12:30 p.m. Registration starts at 1 with an overview, and then 2 o'clock will be a fast start training. And then a few days after that, Wednesday, March 23rd, that's the Hyatt Place in Orlando Airport. So some great events coming up around the world, and of course some South American ones, which you can see for people on the Spanish webcast. So let's talk about products and these amazing products we have. I want to go to Ann Feinstein because she's been working on some intriguing cocktails this week in terms of what you can do of mixing certain products for taste, for smoothies, for drinks, what products work best for workouts and weight loss and things like that. So Ann, can you share what you've been working on, please?
Absolutely, Randy. You know, the beautiful thing is we've got great weather here in the Northeast, and people are really starting to think about, exercise and weight loss and energizing, and I can tell you that so much of that is happening out here, as I'm sure it's all across the United States, down in Latin America. And so I've been collecting some great recipes from Luca, Lily, Eric, myself, some of our team members, and you might want to take some notes, but here's some really great smoothies that we've kind of all put together and thought that you might enjoy. First of all, I love, love, love Beauty In. And you're talking about vitamin A, E, tropical fruits, collagen, and nutrients for the skin. And I think all of us are talking about tightening up and getting nice and youthful looking in our skin and a radiance. Well, if you mix that together with a delicious, and really your choice, but like a delicious, naturally fresh squeezed juice, orange juice or any of the juices that you like, add some ice, and it is so delicious. You can throw it in a blender if you like, mix it up, and try different fruits, as you go along, and you'll find that to be really delicious and refreshing. And it also changes it up a little bit. Second, taking 5 strawberries, or again, fruits that you like, throwing it into a shaker or into the blender, putting either Beauty or throwing in some Passion. I'm going to talk about Passion in a minute because I'm so knocked out by the fact that being such a delicious guarana flavored drink, and it's packed with nutrients, and including L-arginine, which is great for muscle development. Also royal jelly, vitamins. It's so delicious, and so you can mix that up again with some of the fruits that you like. You can throw in some yogurt if you choose to and make a delicious smoothie. Number 3, today I had one of those days, and I think a lot of us do, where you just get up in the morning and you just can't get moving. And as much as we're doing so many things, you know, late at night, early morning, wanted to go work out. And so I said, oh, I've got to take a Vita Energia, a passion, and a beauty, throw it all in together. And I figured that, you know, everything mixed up together, shake it up, and have a drink with it. And honestly, guys, I could literally feel the energy starting to surge through my body as I got into my workout. So I'll tell you, that is just super amazing, putting those together. You can also put passion together with mineral water, throw some ice in. It's a nice bubbly cocktail. You can also, if you're in the international markets, beauty, and there's a product called HGH, which is antioxidants, L-arginine, and resveratrol, which is, again, a really wonderful product for the antioxidants. Now, those are a couple of smoothies. You can get creative with it. So in moving on to weight management, which is another big issue these days, I've got to tell you, Termo T is truly the bomb. Termo T is a thermogenic. It's helping with accelerating your metabolism, and it's helping you to burn the excess stored fat, especially around the middle. So if you're thinking about the middle, or you got a little extra there from the winter time, this is a great beverage to mix up. I have this throughout the day, several times during the day, because I can really feel the energy that comes from being a thermogenic. And you can mix into that the liquid fiber, again, giving yourself extra fiber in your diet, or you can take the RGX if you really want to keep things moving. I think Eric refers to it as a spiritual experience, which I think is true. For some of us, you can mix in a half of it to get started. You can try a little more if you'd like. But I found, and I know David is talking about it too, it's really a wonderful product and a wonderful combination. Also, tea no carb. It's funny because in my house, I love the Termo tea. David loves the no carb tea. So he loves it because, again, it helps to slow down the absorption of fats and carbs. And again, you can either mix it up with the liquid fiber or the RGX. So depending upon what you like, again, one is helping you with burning fat. The other is helping to slow down the absorption of carbs and fats. And then the Floraleaf. Guys, this is a product that sometimes we overlook, but to be honest with you, a probiotic is really, really important for your whole digestive system. And the fact is we refer to the gut as the second brain. And so to mix it up in some of the cold drinks is really wonderful. There are great benefits of probiotics, which are proven, and that is in supporting the immune system, which some of you may not have realized. Also, healthy digestion, beautiful skin is another benefit. And so combining it together, it can be really delicious, putting the Floraleaf together with the beauty, the passion, or the Vita Energia, depending upon what you like best. Mix it up, guys. Try it and see which ones you like the best. In the Latin American countries, Randy mentioned to me, the Alpha Balance is really wonderful for detoxing and cleansing as a good way to kick off a good weight management program. Now, last, for exercise, because I know a lot of us, including myself, you know, we want to know what is going to give us the greatest benefit for exercising. And I have to tell you that before and during, I find the Vita Energia and the passion to be an amazing way to increase my energy. As I mentioned this morning, it saved me. It really got everything moving. And because the passion has L-arginine, it's also helping with the muscle development and muscle building. And again, I'm talking from a woman's point of view. I'm not looking to build big muscles, but I can tell you I am looking to tighten up. And if you want to burn fat, then Vita Energy and Termo T. And you can make it cold, put it in your shaker, put some ice in there. I was told in Lima when we first went down there, don't make the Vita Energia hot. That it's really because of the vitamins and the antioxidants and everything that's in there, it's much better to keep it cold. And that was a change that I had to make, so I'm just passing that on to all of you guys. Also, after a workout, Flex T and Beauty In is so powerful because it can really provide the anti-inflammatory benefits, and the Beauty In is helping to feed the skin and also give us great collagen elasticity. So guys, those are my suggestions for great smoothies, for really giving you a fantastic weight loss and weight management program, and also a really kickstart to your exercise. So with that, I'll turn it back to you, Randy.
Thanks, Ann. And for like those strawberry shakes, and you could do with bananas, what you do is put them in the freezer, and then you really have a smoothie if you want to do that. Let's talk about a little training. I want to go over to Paul Devlin over in Colorado and talk about how you can get started fast and how you can get your team members started fast. So, Paul, would you share your insights on that, please?
Happy to do it, Randy. Thank you. And you know, when we're getting started in network marketing, one of the things I learned in the very beginning of my business in the early 90s was really when I started to get serious. And I learned it from this guy who produced this album. I'm just going to show you this album right here. It's called the #1 selling album in network marketing by Randy Gage, How to Earn at Least $100,000 a Year. Now, I don't know if you guys can see this picture. Can you see the guy in that picture with the, you know, he looks like he's got a little goatee going there, but we're going back 20-some years here. But
yeah, if anybody needs that, I think it's on eBay for 12 cents probably.
So, but where I learned this idea about following a simple process was actually from that, it was a cassette series, believe it or not, is to take people through a simple process. I think the way you described it, Randy, back there was the key to building a large residual income is taking a large group of people and walking them through or having them do a simple process over an extended period of time. That if we can achieve that, we can achieve duplication, we can have residual income, and it becomes walkaway income then because everybody's following a simple process. Now, honestly, guys, this is a huge issue for me. I mean, I'm like a lot of people, is I tend to complicate stuff. So I have to work really hard to create a simple process. So that's what I'm going to talk about tonight, is hopefully keeping it simple. So what happens in our business is, you know, if a person's brand new, somebody invited them to look at the presentation, right? That's the first step, is an invitation. And so they get invited, and hopefully in the invitation, we're not including presentation material. We kind of want to keep those two separate. The invitation is like the commercial for the presentation, which is like the show. So how long is a commercial? Well, it's 30 seconds or 60 seconds. That's all, as a brand new member in Fusion, that you really need to learn in the beginning, is how can I do an effective 30-second or 60-second invitation that'll just basically provoke their curiosity to cause them to want to view the presentation. That's it, right? So the person got invited, they viewed the presentation. After the presentation, they said yes. All right, so this is where we're going to come in tonight. Someone has just gone through that simple process and they've said yes. So what do we want them to do right after that? So they've said yes. Well, we want them to do two things. The first is to become EF activated. And what that means is Entrepreneur Fusion activated. And basically all that is they place an order to activate their business for commissions. That's all it is. So the way you can order in Fusion, there's two ways. The first way is you just go to your sponsor's website. It's going to be soyfusion.net/username. They'll tell you what that is. You click on join, you go in there and you'll buy products. The second way is you can actually, knowing who your sponsor is, you can call the 800 number, 855-747-9922, and say, I want to start as a team member. They're going to say, well, who's your sponsor? You give them the information, and then they're just going to walk through the process with you. So two simple ways to become EF activated. So how much should you order? That's always a question that people have. So we kind of broke it down into three places that you can come in. Now in Fusion, you're going to see that there's the price for the product, which is going to be listed in the website at retail. Now, if you come in at least 60 points or more, you're going to get 25% off of that listed price. But you're going to see the prices listed, and you're also going to see a point value. Okay, so we're going to talk in terms of points here. You're going to want to come in at either a 60-point order, which would activate you for 2 weeks, gives you a 25% discount, Now you do pay shipping at 60 points, but you get your business fully qualified, fully activated for the compensation plan for two cycles. Now the first cycle by definition will be partial, and the second cycle will be the full week. So then the second possibility is to come in with 120 points. Now the 60-point order will be around $100, $110 with the shipping. The second option that a lot of people are choosing is 120 points. So that'll equate to about 190 to 195 or $198. The advantage of this option, there's two big advantages. The first is you still get 25% off, but you get free shipping. So the shipping on the product is free. And now we're talking, that's global. So you get 25% off the product, free shipping, and as soon as you go over 120 points, a little box will pop up that says, do you want to split this into 2 cycles? You check yes. Now your Fusion business is activated for an entire month. So that's the 120-point order. The third order, which is where I came in, is the 300-point order. And what this does is it gives you another 2.5% discount. So you're now at 27.5% off of retail. You get free shipping, and you'll basically get one of everything. We have 14 products in the line. It'll basically cover. So now you've got the entire product line, which, you know, for me, living in the area that I live in, I knew I was going to be shipping samples. I wanted samples out there. Randy said just get 2 of everything. Now, back when we were starting, there was only 11 products in the line. But so these are the breakdowns: 60 points, 120 points, or 300 points. You get the whole product line. Those are your choices. You do any one of those, you're EF activated. Your business is now ready to go. So that's step 1. Now step 2 is to become EF qualified. And let me just show you what this looks like. Now our goal is to get you EF qualified in 2 or 3 days. That's the objective. But here's what it looks like. You've got you there at the top. You've got 1 activated person on your left and 1 activated person on your right. So in Fusion, we're building 2 basic teams, a left side team and a right side team. You're going to put 1 on the left and 1 on the right. So we want 2 people that have been invited, have seen the presentation, have said yes, and have become activated. And as soon as you have 1 on the left and 1 on the right, you're EF qualified. So the objective is to get you there in 2 to 3 days. So how do we do that? Well, just like any business, imagine you're starting a new job. You go to work for a corporation, you're going to walk in the front door first day of work, and the company is going to set the sense of urgency, the sense of how quickly we do things in this company. What is the culture? And in the same way, when you're starting your Fusion business, you're going to get to create that culture for your team. I mean, you could create a culture where people take 3 or 4 weeks and go to the library and investigate all of Alvaro's patents and learn about the cellular matrix, you know, or whatever. You could have your people doing that, or you could encourage them to get EF qualified in 2 to 3 days. And that's what I'm going to suggest you do, because if you set a pattern of speed, those people are going to set a pattern of speed, and the organization is going to move along a lot quicker. So you get the option to set that sense of urgency. So how do we get you EF qualified? You're brand new. You've just maybe seen 1 presentation. Well, how are you going to do this? Well, the first thing is you make a quick list. It's just 10 or 12 people that you're going to develop. You can take it off your cell phone. You can make this list in 5 minutes. And what's the list? Well, here's the people you're looking for. Imagine that you're launching a conventional business in a major city somewhere, and you're looking for a couple of key vice presidents of operations to help you launch your business. Who would you go to? You want people that you implicitly trust and respect. They trust and respect you back. Productive people, people that are up to something big in their life, right? People that want change. They want financial change. So you're going to go through, take out your cell phone contact list, go through there, and pick out the people that qualify for that. Trustworthy, productive, and they want change, and they're interested in change in their life. Create a list of 10 or 12 people. Now what you're going to do is make an invitation yourself. And this is where just a little bit of work comes in with your sponsorship line to craft a basic invitation that's going to basically inspire them to want to watch the presentation. So you're talking about working on something that's 30 seconds or a minute long, where you're going to just call them on the phone. I'm going to say, hey, Randy, it's Paul. Listen, my friend, the biggest economic opportunity of my life just crossed my desk literally an hour ago. Okay, I've decided I am going to launch the western slope of Colorado with, it's the Peruvian Company of the Year. They're coming into the United States. They're just launching this year. In fact, they haven't even officially launched yet. They're not going to launch till May. I'm going to open up the western part of Colorado. I'm looking for a couple of key people to help me do it. And you, of the folks that I know, you'd be the #1 guy, you know, that I want in that position. You know, and so what I'd love for you to do, I'd love to show this to you. It'll take you about 15 or 20 minutes to see the information. If it's not a fit for you, you know, absolutely no problem. But I'd love to show it to you. You know, we've got a call coming up tonight at 7, or I've got a recording, or I'm going to do a video. You need to pick the presentation, or I would need to pick in advance the presentation I want Randy to view. But that's going to be the invitation. It's just literally as simple as that, to create a little excitement and a little interest. Once you've done that, and I'm going to also say I'm going to be talking to, you know, 10 or 12 people in the next couple of days. I'd love to have you in this spot, Randy, because what's going to happen in my business, the first 2 people that come in are going to be basically benefiting from the activity going forward. And that's all you really have to say. Something like that. Again, get with your sponsorship line, craft an invitation that's genuine and authentic, something that really has to sound like you. You know, that the most powerful thing about the invitation, you can't sound like me, you can't sound like Randy Gage, or the people are going to look at you like, why are you talking so weird? How come you're not, you know, you got to be authentic and genuine when you make these invitations. But that's it. And what we're finding, folks, is by the time we get to the 3rd person or the 4th person in the invitation, you're EF qualified, because the information for Fusion is so compelling. We just need to get it in front of people. So don't think you got to learn how to present this. You don't. We've got presentations that are going on live. They're already recorded in videos or whatever. Just get a 10 to 12 of your top people in front of that presentation. You can literally be EF qualified in 2 to 3 days. We've got people throughout the organization that are doing it successfully. So that's the simple process. EF activated, #1. EF qualified, #2. Walk your people through that, create a sense of urgency, and you know, your organization can take off. So that's what I got. Randy, back to you, my friend.
All right, great. Thanks. So why am I getting echo? I don't know what's up with that. Okay, so thanks for that. I want to go to another person out in Colorado who is around Denver. And Cindy, I'm gonna ask you to just talk 3 or 4 minutes because we're running late, and I'm gonna get you back on again soon. But Cindy is one of our newer golds, has a team going in Denver, has an amazing story, and I wanted you to share some of the highlights, if you would, that people I think would really relate to because of where you're at and what you're doing.
Yep, I'm happy to, Randy. Can you hear me okay?
Yeah, audio's great.
Okay, great. Well, I'm so honored to be on this webinar, and thanks, Randy, for inviting me. Yeah, so my background is retail. I had retail shops for 23 years. I had an antique shop, I had a restaurant, I had a women's boutique, you know, pretty much living the American dream. But I had retail problems. Right? Like I had employee problems, I had inventory problems, I had debt problems, I had not really being able to pay the bill problems, and it was fun until it wasn't fun anymore. And you know, as we know, in 2007, when the crash started, we actually felt the crunch before most businesses, I think, because not many people want an antique, or you know, when times are tough. So we noticed something with the economy for sure. And with the crash, my husband and I, we lost everything, and we were 52 years old. Not a great scenario. Lost our 401k, lost our house, lost our land, lost our buildings, lost our businesses, everything. And it was about that same time that someone introduced me to network marketing. And I'm so grateful because that person had the courage to invite me to look at a presentation like Paul was just talking about, right? And then I magically found my way to Fusion. And that's been a 9-year journey. And as I shared with you last week, Randy, when you were in Denver, is that I feel like the 9 years has led me to this. Like that was all kindergarten, and this is what it has prepared me for. This is the opportunity that I've been waiting for. And when my upline, David McLaughlin and Paul Devlin, who I knew from another company, brought Fusion to me, I knew it was special because it had Randy Gage attached to it, right? And didn't bat an eye, jumped right in, and of course went to Orlando to the pre-launch, and it has been so fun to build this team and to be a part of this movement to help people get their life back, because that's what Fusion is providing for my husband and myself at now age 60, is that now we have our life back. I don't have those retail problems anymore, right? I have the opposite. I have no employees. Location freedom. We're going to Mexico in 3 weeks. Thank goodness Fusion is in Mexico, because I can choose to share it there, or I can choose to totally be on vacation. I don't have to ask anybody's permission. And you know, now we have choices that the crash took away from us. And so again, I'm just so honored to be part of this movement, and so thankful that that one friend of mine opened her mouth and shared a new way, a different way that turned out to be the best thing that ever happened to me. So you know, the leadership here, the product line, the comp plan, the owner that Alvaro, we met in Orlando. Like, I've never seen the whole package like I have seen with Fusion. And it just, as you know, Randy, this doesn't happen. In 9 years of being in this business, I've never seen an opportunity like this. And I have trouble sleeping now for a different reason. Before it was worried about how to pay the bills. Now it's how much fun I'm having, and how jacked up I get about where we're going to be in a year, in 2, in 5 years. Like, just so excited that this has fallen in my lap, and I'm just so grateful to all of you in this leadership team. So thank you so much.
All right, thank you, Cindy, and we're going to have you back on often.
Thank you, love it.
Things, and you've got a great story to tell. Everybody watching, your job is to say who is on your list that is the next Cindy Lapp, the next gold, who just nobody's called because they never thought about it, but if they get that call from you, that will make a difference. All right, Shai, we got 1 minute left. What would you tell these people? What do they need to do between now and midnight tomorrow night? Take it home, please.
Great. So first thing you need to do is to go on your back office and check if you're EF active, and some of us may forgotten, and got confused. So if you are not, if you see an X there, a red X, that's not good, and you need to order your product. If you have them, grab them and use them, and any combination is great, those recommended or any else. The next thing, I loved what Paul explained, and what I recommend to each of you is make that list tonight, of 10 or 20 people. Craft your short invitation now, and if you're not yet EF qualified, do that thing tonight or tomorrow, Just get that done. It's easy. And with that new energy, with that new way of invitation, or different way of invitation, get people to join you, because Fusion is amazing. The other thing is, go and look at your rank advanced qualification. So just go to the back office. When you get in, you see those percentage at the very top right. And below that, there's the requirement. If you go there and you look at the requirement of what you need to get into the next rank, it might be fairly simple. It might be that you only need one more person on your left, or one more person on your right, or maybe a customer something that will get you qualified. Believe me, qualifying and getting a check is amazing. And the last thing is, if you have a team, just do the same for everyone in your team, and even go down, in the enrollment tree, and look for people under them and help them out. Some people don't understand that they are closer to closing a rank that they really are, and we need to remind them that. And the last thing that I want to invite you is to connect with the group. So this call tonight, of course, the xtribeonline.com to register. We have an amazing Facebook group, which is called Fusion Xtribe. It's a group that is very active now. Get people there, get your team there, get yourself there. You get a lot of information and excitement there. And let's do this thing, because the launch, the event in Orlando is coming very quickly. It's 2 months, or maybe 7 weeks or 9 weeks ahead. So we need to get going, and we need to be there in massive numbers. So Fusion can change everyone's lives, and choose that it will be yours. And let's have an amazing week, an amazing month. Ciao.
All right, thanks all the leaders for being on. Thanks everybody who's watching live and replay during the week. Go out and be amazing. Let's rock the world. Peace.